these challenges and move forward.
Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining us today for our last enrollment presentation before the deadline tomorrow. So my name is Rachel Meyer. I'm the outreach coordinator for the West region. And I'm going to run through our enrollment materials, let you know a little bit about the scholarship itself, and how to actually do the online enrollment. So we will go ahead and get started. So in the presentation, we will be talking about who your outreach coordinator is. Those are the people who can actually help you with your online enrollment if you have questions. Once you're enrolled as a 21st Century Scholar, we are the people who will be able to answer your questions about everything. So throughout the time, we'll give you their contact phone numbers. If you are in my region, which is in the West, you can leave a message or you can send me an email and I'll get back to you since I'm hosting tonight. So again, feel free to reach out to any of our outreach coordinators. We're all happy to help you. So on our map, you'll see it's kind of by color who your outreach coordinator is. So if you're in the Northwest region, you're going to contact Fred. If you're in the Northeast region, you're going to contact the wonderful Dr. Jones. She and I have the same birthday. Happy post-birthday, twin. If you are in the West region, that is my region, so I can help you with your questions. If you're in the North Central region, which is kind of that little bit darker blue, Amy is your outreach coordinator. If you're in Marion County, so huge population for just one county, Jose is your outreach coordinator. If you're in the East region, which is that little bit brighter green, you have Allie, and she will help you with your questions out there. And then toward the bottom of the state, so in the bright yellow, that's the Southwest region, you'll have Zach. And then in the bottom corner, in the little bit orangey yellow, that's our Southeast region, and you will contact Heather, and she will help you with your questions. So to go through those again, our phone numbers are up here. We'll go through the slide a few times. We posted the phone numbers in the bottom section so that we pinned them on there, so you should always be able to find your outreach coordinator. We do have help, bilingual assistance if you want help in Spanish, and we have those phone numbers up for you as well. So to get started, what is the 21st Century Scholarship? So what it is we would pay for your full tuition for up to 4 years at a public institution. So that's any of our public colleges. So IU, Purdue, Ball State, Indiana State, schools like that. It includes Ivy Tech, since that's a 2-year public institution. We would pay partial tuition at a private school or a proprietary school. So what that means is if you go to a private school, someplace like Notre Dame, Butler, Rose-Hulman, any of those private colleges, we would pay the cost roughly of what it costs at a 4-year public school, so the average of that. And right now for this current academic year, we paid those 21st Century Scholars about $8,500 for the year. If you go to a proprietary school, those are not around as much. Those are going to be more of your trade. You're going into like a physician assistant or a veterinary technician program, and they specialize in that, and it's a for-profit college. So for the proprietary, we would pay the same amount as if you go to an Ivy Tech. And for this current school year, that was around $4,500 for the whole year. So just know that there's a little bit of a difference based on what college you want to attend in Indiana. So again, it goes toward your tuition, regularly assessed fees. What that means is those fees have to be rolled in with the tuition cost at the college, and it's something that every single student is charged, no matter what their major is, no matter what grade they are in college. It again is rolled in with that cost. So we'll pay those fees. What we cannot cover, again, we cannot cover textbooks, room and board. Room and board is actually the most expensive part of college, so keep that in mind. We cannot help cover room and board, so that's where you live and your food. We can't cover things like lab fees, school supplies, those kinds of things. So you'll want to look for other scholarships that can help you with that. And again, it's good for 4 years. So hopefully we can help cover that full undergraduate degree, which would be great. And then the last part of the actual scholarship that we care a lot about, and we have a lot of students actually doing that this year, is you can take a gap year. So you just have to access and use the scholarship within 1 year of graduating high school. So the only exception to that is if you're doing military service or something like that, and we can work with you if you have questions when you are seniors about that. But again, it's important, we want you to go kind of from high school to college with no more than 1 year in between. All right, so eligibility. So now you know what the scholarship is, who is eligible for it. So you do have to be a US citizen or an eligible non-citizen. All of our citizenship information is on our enrollment portion of our Scholars website. So make sure that you check that out if you have questions on refugee status or something like that. So we can help you with that. You have to be an Indiana resident. So this is an Indiana scholarship as a benefit for Indiana students who are residents of Indiana. You have to be enrolled in 7th or 8th grade when you apply at an Indiana school that is accredited by the Indiana Department of Education. So this is really important. I get this question a lot in my region, especially. Homeschool students are not eligible to apply. So again, you have to be going to a middle school that is a public or a private middle school that's accredited by the Department of Education. So our one exception to the middle school enrollment is children who are in foster care. So if you know students who are in foster care in 9th grade, 10th grade, if they go into foster care in high school, you can enroll them at that time. And we work very closely with the Department of Child Services to make sure we catch as many of those students as we can. And then the last eligibility requirement is you have to meet our income for household size threshold. So we'll show you that on the next slide. So again, children in foster care are exempt from sharing the financials. And then any students who are living with a legal guardian, so that's legal guardianship through the court. So you have to have your paperwork from the court system in order to enroll under legal guardianship. But we do not look at income for those students either. So moving on. Our income guidelines, so this is for this current year. So for today and tomorrow, this is the income based on your household size. So if you have a traditional kind of household of 4, your maximum income, and we look at your gross annual income. So this is your 2019 gross household income, would be $47,638. So that's the maximum you can have for a family of 4. And this is on our enrollment portion of our website. So you can always refer back to that grid based on your household size. So in return for this awesome money and all these cool things, what do we ask of you? So essentially we ask 4 things. So we want you to be a good citizen. Can't be going to jail, can't be getting in trouble for drugs and alcohol, all those kinds of things. We want you to be a good citizen. The next thing is we want you to graduate from high school with a minimum Core 40 diploma or one of the honors diplomas. The third thing is we want you to have at least a 2.5 cumulative grade point average on a 4.0 scale. And then the last part is you need to complete some fun activities that we help you with in high school. So those are the main things that we really want you to focus on for your Scholar Pledge. Other than that, again, you want to meet deadlines for applying to colleges as a high school senior. Make sure you're doing your FAFSA application. That's the free application for federal student aid, on time as a high school senior, and then every year after that. And then once you're in college, we have a little bit extra we need you to meet. So we have something called SAP, or Satisfactory Academic Progress. Those are standards that are set by your college. And you want to make sure you know what that is when you get to your school. So you just have to meet that to keep your scholarship, along with meeting all your deadlines, completing 30 credit hours per 12-month year. So if you're at a traditional college where there's semesters, you'll have fall semester, spring semester, and summer session if you want to use that to get your 30 credit hours per year so that you're staying on track. The reason why we have that as a requirement is literally we want you to graduate on time. We don't have any sinister ulterior motives for 30 credit hours. We just want you to graduate on time so you don't have as much debt. So that's really important to us. And then we extend your ScholarTrack activities that we mentioned before from high school into college. So we talked a little bit about those awesome activities to prepare you for college, career, all kinds of good stuff. These were created to make sure that you are achieving what you want to achieve in life. Just making that adulting a little bit easier. So a lot of these you're going to do already at your high school with your school counselors, teachers. If you're at a Gear Up school, we have several of those around the state. You'll do these, they're mandatory activities at a Gear Up school as well. So things like create a graduation plan. Every student in 8th or 9th grade does this with their school counselor. So you just have to remember to go into your ScholarTrack account when you create it as a freshman and log that. Participate in extracurricular or service activity. You guys are really interesting people, right? So you are doing something other than sitting at home and sitting in school. So you just have to tell us what you're in, and it can be anything, or it can be a one-time service project if you did that with your school or church or some group that you're in. And then we have some videos. So paying for college is a video for freshman year. Estimate cost of college is your sophomore video. And then we have a senior video, College Success 101. Some of the other ones that we get a lot of questions on activity-wise is the sophomore year Get Workplace Experience. So you don't have to have an actual job if your family won't let you have one, or if you're too young as a sophomore still. We know you might not be 16. So that can be anything: job shadowing, internship, phone interview with someone in a career that you're interested in. So we're really, really flexible with that requirement. We just want you to make it worthwhile, and so that you're not kind of floundering by the time you're in college trying to figure out, what type of careers you want to do. So take that one seriously, make it fun, reach out to your school teachers, administrators, counselors, reach out to us. We can try and connect you with people to make that a meaningful activity. For the 11th grade, the one we get a lot of questions on is take a college entrance exam. So that is mandatory. You can pick either the ACT exam or the SAT, whichever your colleges are wanting. You do need to take that at some point. As a scholar, once you're enrolled, you would actually get a fee waiver. So you do not have to pay to take it. You just have to remember to get that fee waiver and use that when you register from your school counselor. So make sure you're doing that. And then one that's actually my favorite activity. is searching for scholarships in 11th grade. So we have tons and tons of resources to help you with this. We know we can't cover everything for you. So we have awesome partners that we work with. Shout out to InvestEd, Indiana, we love you. So they can help you with that. Your outreach coordinators here at the state can help you look for scholarships and grants. And we'll have a lot more information. We have blog posts on it. We have resources on our cost page. So if you have questions on how to get extra free money, definitely let us know because we want to help you. And then for senior year, the number one thing to make sure that you do on time, meet college application deadlines. Do not be late. Make sure it's complete. Work with your school counselor, teachers, double check everything. Reach out to us. I know I've helped a couple of my scholars as seniors make sure they had all the boxes ticked off. We had everything complete before we do our submission for that. And then make sure you do your FAFSA on time. We will harp on this forever and ever and ever. In everything we do, just meet your FAFSA deadline. Please, please, please. So that's your activities to earn your scholarship for high school. We do want to make sure we're posting again your contact information for your outreach coordinator. You can reach out to any of us. We're more than happy to help you. So if one person's phone line is busy, you can either leave a message or you can try and call someone else. You can also email us. Our information is on the website as well. Okay, moving on. So using ScholarTrack. So this is what you will hear us talk about a lot at the state of Indiana. It's our one-stop shop for literally everything state of Indiana financial aid. We put it all on ScholarTrack, so it's just one place to go for everything. So when you're on ScholarTrack, you'll see we do our signature teal. I know Jose mentioned that in his presentation last week. So if it looks like this, you're in the right place. Most of you, if it's your first visit here, you're going to go to the very bottom of the screen where that yellow star is and register for an account. You want to make sure that you get registered first. Then anytime you come back, you'll just use that top login area to actually do your login for that. So once you click on register for an account, it'll take you to this page and you choose the type of account you want. So that can be anything. So for students, when we work with them in the schools, they would choose student. Parent is always at the top. So for the majority of you that are doing enrollment, you have to enroll from a parent account. So make sure you're selecting parent. And then it will take you to this screen where you're going to put in your name. You're going to put in your email address. Make sure it's a good permanent one. Not one of them that you have from work. If at all possible, make sure it's your own personal Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, Live.com, whatever email you use. Just make sure it's a good personal one that you'll keep forever. You'll do the reCAPTCHA and verify that you're not a robot. We hope you're not. And then you'll create your account. You'll click the little teal button at the bottom. And once you've done this, it enters your information and then you're going to check your email. And you should have an email from us at donot.reply@che.in.gov. And it'll have you set up your password. And once you've done that, you'll be able to log back in. And then this is what you'll see. So you'll have a nice little dashboard. You can put in all of your children that are in 7th or 8th grade. And then to actually apply for the program, you want to click that long button at the top that says Apply for 21st Century Scholars Program by the arrow. So we do have a button that says Add Student, but that only just puts them in the database. It does not actually enroll them. So make sure, again, that you're clicking that big lighter blue button for Apply for the 21st Century Scholars Program. That will take you to a page where you can get started. So it'll give you some basic information, again, on what the scholarship is, all of that kind of legal jargon, and then it will allow you to go one question at a time all the way through the application. And it's really important to make sure you add every single person in your household. If you just had a baby, don't forget baby brother. If you have a grandparent living with you, don't forget, grandma. She's important too. So make sure you have all of your household members on there. And then any income that they made for, again, the 2019 year, and it's your gross income. All right. So if you have questions, again, please, please, please reach out to your outreach coordinators. You can get with any of us and we will be able to help you. All right, so right now we're gonna go ahead and take a short break and then we will get caught up on all of our questions and then return phone calls from you as well. Thanks so much.
Hello, my name is Teresa Lubbers, and I have the privilege of serving as Indiana's Commissioner for Higher Education. Today, I want to speak directly to the thousands of Hoosier College students who are facing uncertainty about their educational journeys and future. Whether you're a student beginning or completing your studies, you must have questions and concerns. Of course, the best place to get answers is by contacting your school. They're working to provide answers as completely and quickly as possible. At the Commission's Financial Aid Support Center, you can get answers to questions about financial aid by emailing or calling. We're all adapting to changing circumstances and navigating the technology of learning online. We are absolutely committed to making sure that you are able to complete what you started. So what does that mean to you right now? Here are 3 things you can do. First, check out what online options are available to you to make sure you're not losing time or money. We have added resources and guidance to our websites to help answer your frequently asked questions. Second, use this time to seek out opportunities with employers, whether for an internship or a job. When we get past this crisis, they'll be hiring. Third, even though interaction is limited and we must practice social distancing, seek ways to help your neighbors, especially those most at risk of the virus. And this is our commitment to you. We've worked to put in place more flexibility around financial aid requirements. We've worked with our state and federal leaders to allow flexible timing for meeting academic requirements. While the events associated with COVID-19 are causing hardship and serious health issues, they are also causing us to be innovative, thoughtful, and collaborative. Together, we can face these challenges and move forward. Hello, my name is Teresa Lubbers, and I have the privilege of serving as Indiana's Commissioner for Higher Education. Today, I want to speak directly to the thousands of Hoosier College students who are facing uncertainty about their educational journeys and future. Whether you're a student beginning or completing your studies, you must have questions and concerns. Of course, the best place to get answers
All right, welcome back everybody from our short little break. Hopefully you were able to grab a beverage so you can finish your enrollment. So again, we are showing you your outreach coordinator contact information, but if for some reason you can't reach your personal outreach coordinator, feel free, you can send us a message on this Facebook Live, you can email us, you can call any other outreach coordinator in the state, and we are happy to help you. So if you have a question or hit a snag when you're doing your enrollment, just reach out and we can help you with that. Okay, so one thing that we want to make sure everyone is familiar with is our financial means testing. So hopefully you've heard about this a little bit if you've researched the program. So any 21st Century Scholar who is enrolled after June 30th of 2011, so that would be all of your children currently, you must still demonstrate financial need at the time when you are a high school senior and every year after. So this is no longer a scholarship where once you're enrolled, you're good forever. We will actually look at your financial information when you enroll. So the Indiana Department of Revenue will actually double check your application for you. After you enroll, that happens within about 6 months of enrollment. So make sure you're watching your mail, make sure you're watching your email. If for some reason your student gets removed or something happens, you can contact our office. We will send out that information. Again, happens roughly within like 6 months of applying. The income threshold is on your FAFSA when you do that as a high school senior and every year after. And we want to make sure you're aware also the financial amounts are very different. So at enrollment, you are meeting the exact same household number and financial, your income as on the free and reduced lunch program that's from the federal government. So we just exactly mirror that. When you are a high school senior, we know a lot can happen in that 5 or 6 years since you were enrolled. So what we do is we increase that amount that your family can make. So roughly it's about double. Your family can make roughly double the amount of money they made when they enrolled you in 7th or 8th grade by the time you graduate high school. So it's something that most families don't need to worry about. But again, just keep that in mind. We are going to look at your financials when you enroll within 6 months, and then again, every time you do the FAFSA form. And students who do not demonstrate financial need as a high school senior that first time they do the FAFSA and we remove you, you would still be eligible for a one-time scholarship as a thank you for completing all of your activities, meeting your scholar pledge, and that's usually about $2,500. So still a little bit of something in there as a thank you gift. All right, so we are almost to the end of our enrollment information. We do want to point out we have lots of awesome resources for your journey. We know that nobody gets where they're going to go by themselves. So these are some of our really, really awesome partners. These are people in your community who can help you, whether it's, again, enrolling for 21st Century Scholarship, if it is completing your ScholarTrack activities in high school or college, if it's trying to get extra free scholarship and grant money, so that, again, you're reducing the amount of debt to get your degree. These are all people who can help you. So Learn More Indiana, that is actually our website. So hopefully you're familiar with us since you're on our Facebook page. But check out our website. It has awesome, awesome things on there. There's blog posts about all kinds of really cool things. There's YouTube videos that we're working on for you. There's all kinds of cool things. So keep in touch with us on that. Definitely work with your local public library. Your librarians are so knowledgeable about everything that's happening in your town. So check out your local library. A lot of times they have great resources to help you pick a career, look for scholarships and grants, find a job, even a part-time job in high school. There are such cool librarians out there, so be friends with them. Work with your local or county community foundation. So they run their own scholarship and grant programs, but they're also really knowledgeable about a lot of other things, again, that's local. So I have 13 counties in my work region, but I can't tell you everything that's going on in every one of those counties. But your county community foundation would know what was happening. So reach out to them. They're awesome partners. And a lot of them are very knowledgeable about our enrollment applications as well as ScholarTrack and some of those activities. So again, if you're looking for an extracurricular or an internship or something like that, that's a great place to use the library or a community foundation. College Board is a great partner. They run the SAT test. So that's where you would register for that if you want to take that as a junior. And then they also have their own scholarship programs that they run, where you can get a lot of money for doing not a lot of work, which is awesome. So check out College Board. Indiana Career Explorer, we partner with them on our activities on ScholarTrack, and they have lots and lots of great resources to explore careers, all of that kind of good stuff on there. The 529 direct savings plan, that is tax deductible. And so you get lots of tax benefits. You can set that up to let friends, family members, aunts, uncles, grandparents, whoever, if they don't want to, get them their 30th birthday present to unwrap, they can donate money to that. And that is also transferable to other students in your family. So you can set those up for your own children. Again, it's a wonderful, wonderful plan, and it gives you a lot of tax benefits as well. So look into the College Choice 529, and then Invest